From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
The city of Boseman has decided to officially cut ties with city manager Jeff Mihalik. We're going to break down the votes and the agreed upon severance.
Boseman housing prices are reaching an all-time high. I'm Cassidy Powers, here to tell you how some prices are even higher than major coastal cities.
I literally have to learn how to walk again.
It's a neurological condition that's typically uncommon and very unpleasant. We're going to meet Samantha Honnold and learn what it takes to overcome this life-changing diagnosis. All right, it is 6:31 on this Wednesday morning. Jay McDonald and Matt Elwell with you. One of my favorite things is we are edging towards spring. That beautiful sunrise. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely gorgeous as we're looking out. But the one thing that you notice right here along the edges, deep fog out toward Belgrade. So that's going to be an issue if you're driving from Belgrade or around Belgrade back toward Three Forks for the morning. Here's a look at our temperatures. The early morning temperatures into the teens and single digits. It is a chilly start. The snow has tapered for most of the area. You look at our road conditions, snow and ice on Boseman Pass, Homestake Pass, probably the best conditions. It looks like the snow has tapered down the Gallatin Canyon, but you still have snow and ice on the area roadways. I'll take a closer look at that here in just a little bit. Skies are clearing. Today is going to be a sunny afternoon. Temperatures trying to warm up, and again, you can see that low layer of fog into the morning, but above that, clear skies. So while we are seeing maybe some snowflakes in Belgrade, it's mainly because that fog is in place, and it is very cold to start the morning. Roadways much better in Butte. I'm going to look at that extended forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now our top story this half hour. In a 5-0 vote, Boseman City Commission decided to part ways with city manager Jeff Mihalik. MTN's Edgar Cedillo has been covering this story since the beginning and dives into the details of severance.
Tuesday night, Boseman city leaders voted to officially part ways with former city manager Jeff Mihalik.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0.
In a 5-0 vote, the Boseman City Commission voted to give Mayor Terry Cunningham the authority to sign a severance agreement that marks the last day of employment for the embattled city manager. Now, in that agreement, the former city manager will be leaving with an 8-month payout rather than the 12-month payout that was in his contract. The agreement also states that they will provide an 18% retirement fund for those 8 months. All in all, Jeff Mihalik will be walking away with just over $200,000 from the city. The city will also not be bringing forward an ethics complaint with the Board of Ethics. Now, Tuesday night marked the last day of his employment. Assistant City Manager Chuck Wynn will continue to act as interim city manager as he has been doing since the beginning of February. Now, I also wanted to bring note that Chuck Wynn is currently the only city manager that the city has. Kara Peters, the other assistant city manager, announced her resignation last week. In Boseman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
And last Wednesday, we first told you about the vehicular homicide charges filed against a Boseman man for hitting and killing Lisa Grewell on January 24th. 23-year-old Alexander Ledoux will appear in Gallatin County District Court on March 28th. He faces a total of 8 charges, including vehicular homicide while under the influence. Officers say he was driving drunk at more than 100 miles an hour while traveling in the wrong direction on I-90. Grewell and her fiance have a 1-year-old child, and they were expecting another child. And in the last 6 years, home prices in Boseman have nearly doubled. And today, home buyers are seeing some of the highest asking prices ever. MTN's Cassidy Powers met with some local realtors to find out why home prices are going through the roof. And she shares what it means for locals who want to put down roots.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Extremely high housing prices.
Extremely high housing prices. Who?
Extremely high housing prices for you if you live in the Boseman area.
So master and main, or a bedroom. This could all be a master too. We put a house on the market, 3 days ago? We had 10 showings in 2 days, 2 awesome offers, and it's under contract already.
I met with Jackie Wickens and Tracy Wheat Hughes, realtors and owners of Yellowstone Brokers. They showed me around a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom historic house in Livingston listed at $700,000.
And for Livingston, that is a lot of money. And part of that is there's tons of families that they moved over to Livingston when the Boseman housing prices went crazy. Either they were trying to buy for the first time and this was affordable, or like you said, you could sell your house, make a lot of money, and then buy something more affordable over here and put some money in the bank.
If you think that Livingston houses are expensive, just wait until you hear about Boseman's prices. A recent study from Gallatin Association of Realtors compared Boseman housing prices to major coastal cities such as Seattle and found Boseman more expensive. The median sales price for a single-family residence in the greater Boseman area is currently $979,500. Seattle's median, $52,000 less.
I was just in Northern California, and I was honestly shocked by how not far off those prices were from Boseman, like shocked.
But high prices in Boseman aren't news to anyone. In fact, we've seen the price of everything in the Gallatin Valley skyrocket over the last 5 years. But why has housing become such an issue right now?
There's still a lot of people that want to move to this area and live here. And then we're not seeing as much turnover with existing homes, and that is keeping the prices afloat.
A recent article posted by the Boseman Real Estate Group says one of the main reasons Boseman houses are so expensive is out-of-state money. People moving to Boseman from places where real estate is more expensive can easily compete in our market, outbidding local buyers and paying all cash for homes. According to Montana Title and Escrow, approximately 45% of Montana title closings in 2021 were cash deals, a threat to locals who wish to stay but simply cannot afford to.
When you think about going to get a mortgage, even if it's a double household making 70 each, which that would be a high salary for Boseman.
Yeah.
You wouldn't qualify.
According to salary.com, the average salary in Boseman is currently $61,000. And as our realtors claim, unless you're making about $120,000 to $150,000 each in a dual income household, the majority of people in Boseman simply cannot afford to buy a house.
Unless you have a house to sell that you've bought a while ago, that you could roll that equity over, that's why it can be so tough.
In Boseman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
Of course, housing is something that we're going to continue to follow here on Montana this morning. But first, Park County residents are campaigning to fight Referendum 1, an initiative that would abolish the county's growth policy. At MTN's Heaven Van was in Livingston at the hearing with the campaign citizens as well as concerned residents.
Vote No on Referendum 1 is a movement here in Park County where residents are mobilizing to fight uncontrolled growth at the ballot box.
As I talk with my neighbors, there is a lot of anxiety surrounding the uncertainty about what kind of growth is headed our way and how it's going to impact our livelihoods.
Jen Vermillion is one of many concerned residents who showed up on Tuesday to oppose Referendum 1, an initiative that would abolish Park County's growth policy.
Increased traffic and more demands on our limited water resources are already impacting how many of us operate. We need the growth policy.
A growth policy is a non-regulatory roadmap that county commissions often use to determine subdivisions and guide how a county grows.
Referendum 1 will take this map away. It will open up Park County to a development free for all. It will take away our power to protect our livelihoods, our open space, and our future.
Vermillion says misinformation about the growth policy was spread to residents.
They were led to believe that it threatens their property rights and it leads directly to zoning and regulation. They were not told how the growth policy can help protect ag land, help protect open space, and help protect the quantity and quality of water.
In addition to land concerns, Park County estimates that 20% of all grant applications in the past 15 years, or $10 million, would not have been successful without a growth policy in place.
Looking at the signs, it's locals for local control. We want to have a voice.
That's well said.
In our own, future.
For more information on Referendum 1, visit our website. In Livingston, Heaven Van, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Heaven. Now, this next story is about a neurological condition that's typically uncommon and very unpleasant. It causes the patient to become paralyzed, and it can come out of nowhere. MTN's Jill Valley wanted to learn more about this syndrome called Guillain-Barré and what it takes to overcome this life-changing diagnosis.
As ready as I'm gonna be. I literally have to learn how to walk again.
Imagine you're living your life when one of your legs starts to go numb.
By the time I got here, my left leg was completely paralyzed. I couldn't feel a thing. You could have stuck a steak knife in my leg all the way down.
Good posture.
It happened to Samantha Honnold, who spent more than a month at Community Medical Center's rehab clinic.
Yeah, you did it.
Because her body experienced rapid onset muscle weakness.
I mean, by the time I got into community, when they realized what was going on with me, it had come up to about here.
Doctors diagnosed her with Guillain-Barré syndrome. That is a rare autoimmune disorder that affects the nerves. Fewer than 20,000 people are diagnosed with it in the U.S. every year. She and her doctors believe this was triggered by COVID. There's no cure, but often you can get your mobility back with a lot of hard work.
It is exhausting, but in the best way possible.
For all neuro patients, the more motivated the patient is, the more they want to participate in therapy, the better outcomes they're going to have.
On this day, she struggled. It did not take her long to start racking up the yardage, spurred on by sheer determination.
It's really, really challenging sometimes to stay in a positive mindset about it all, but it's the only way I can be if I want to go home, and I want to go home.
And this week she did, with the help of her care team and mentoring by others who also battled Guillain-Barré. In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Jill. It is 6:42 now. We're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, we're going to have all your top stories, plus a look at that forecast.
I'm John Matteries. Women make up the majority of workers these days, but why are they still falling behind when it comes to saving for the future? We'll look at why and ways to change that.